राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे Serbian Summer Camp 2025 Ki Jai. Samavikta Bhakta Vrinda Ki
Hare Krishna, dragi bhakte. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome. Should I speak or English? But we have Russian also. Yes, Advaita Krishna Prabhu will try tonight to translate for Russian devotees, and tomorrow there will be also some. Because this time we are more international than ever. Krishna. I'm so happy that you came and that we made it and that our Maharajas came and also the Tirtha Maharaj is there. He will come soon. And we all expect something wonderful to happen here in many different levels. And we will try to serve you in this way. And I just heard Satyananda Maharaj mentioning for tonight, like I would like that tonight I serve devotees. And it's very nice meditation. I mean, I was expecting someone would say like, oh, I would like to say something in the evening and like this, but this approach teaches something. So our guests will serve us with wonderful seminars, Bhagavatam classes, kirtans, and everything. And starting from tonight, they will say something to set the proper thinking mood or attitude mood like this. And yeah, we will have Bhagavatam classes, they will change, and we will have seminar of each one of them almost every day. And we will have also Kirtan day in Friday. This will last like maybe for 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. We will also invite the guests from all over. And yes, I think this can be a specially condensed summer camp. Maybe many of you remember how we used to have 9 days summer camps on Frushka Goranga. So now we are much more advanced than in the past. So whatever we needed 9 days to figure out, we can try to do in 5 days. And yes, please also, please understand that whatever is missing here, it's because there are just a few people, I mean, some number of devotees who are trying their best to serve, but there are many obstacles on many levels, so please forgive us if there is something wrong. And please tell us, we will try to improve. And yes, there is, instead of Nityananda Kari, we have Bhakti Neshala, her first expansion. And please bless her to do this service because it's really, is it here? No, it's here. It's actually very intense, and she is first time doing this. So please bless her and help her to do this. And also, our kitchen is lacking a breakfast cook, so it is open invitation for those who are brave. And please ask Rajmandala Bahulashmi. So please, I would like that we greet warmly our Satyananda Maharaj with one big Haribol. Thank you, Maharaj, for never giving up on us, coming again and again. I mean, you never missed since 2002. Never missed a summer camp. I mean, basically, we would give up if you don't come. It's not blackmail. It's just like it's a scientific fact. And can you please very warmly say Haribol to Krishna Chaitra Maharaj? Yes, I must say I received so many grateful messages like, oh, I'm so happy that he's coming, and this doesn't come from his disciples. I mean, of course, from his disciples. But I want to say, this comes also from all devotees. It's not that trust, like, oh, my guru is coming. It's just like devotees so happy. And we will warmly say Haribol to Ananda Tirtha Maharaj, who is right now, he just arrived. So he will hear us maybe. Ananda Tirtha Maharaj, Haribol. And one Haribol for all devotees who come. Okay. So, we will ask now Krishna Chaitra Maharaj to explain something, however he wants to form it.
Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripasindubhyaya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. I feel very fortunate to be again here. I missed last year. I haven't been so steady with Sachidanand Swami with this camp, but still I'm welcomed when I come. So this is very encouraging. A few weeks ago, I was in China, traveling a few places in China. Mainly I was giving lectures in universities. I was urged to minimize my contact with devotees because of the situation in China. Devotees there have to keep what we call in English a very low profile. I was able to meet some devotees. We did have some smaller gatherings. But what I wanted to say is that I can especially appreciate, and I hope you can appreciate, that we can come together like this, because this would not be possible in China. And there are other places in the world where this would not be possible, that we come together and sing our hearts out as we can do here, and have all of the devotional activities that we have. So we can be grateful, I think, that we can come together and have this Sangha. I'll say a little about what I have planned for my session. I don't yet know when is my session. I think it's in the morning, but maybe it's midday. In any case, what I'm thinking to do is really a continuation of what we have done in the past. Perhaps even with the same title. I don't remember what I titled this before, but I like to call it Yoga, the Art of Play. I will explain about that I like to call it more a play shop, not a seminar, not a workshop, but more of a play shop. Yukta araviharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta svapna vabodasya yogo vavati dukkha. To become free from dukkha, 4 things are recommended, and one of them is yukta vihara, to have appropriate play. And one form of play is performing. Now this will scare everyone, I know, but Srila Prabhupada many times referred to the practice of bhakti as performing devotional service. So what I would like to do is some explorations and a little bit of experimenting and some fun. I remember the last time we were here, devotees performed some little dramas of Krishna Lila. Krishna Lila in Vrindavan. We're thinking one aspect of what I would like to do is to bring more of Krishna's avatars onto the stage with your help and with your, dare I say, imagination. I also, I'm thinking of a sort of triangulation, it's called, of different elements. And one of these elements is, and this may surprise you that I would bring up such a thing, but the idea of leadership in Krishna consciousness. And this I want to relate to a certain text which you're all familiar with, but I suspect most of you are not that familiar with, even though Srila Prabhupada referred to it as the ABCs of spiritual life. Which text, which book would that be? The ABCs of spiritual life? The Bhagavad Gita. So I would like to bring our attention to the Bhagavad Gita as giving us lessons in so many things, but one thing it gives lessons in is leadership. And there's a book, and we're going to take some help from this book, called Leadership Lessons of the Bhagavad Gita, written by a very wonderful devotee. Many of you have heard his kirtans, Sri Prahlad Prabhu. You may not know, he's also quite a scholar, and he's written a wonderful book focusing on this aspect of the Gita. So how we're going to bring this together, we will see. So I'm inviting you to be ready for surprises. You may be surprising yourself. This is also another aspect of this is self-discovery, self-realization. Krishna consciousness is realization of Krishna and realization of ourselves. And you might just find that there's something about yourself that you weren't aware of. And this can come out in interesting ways through engaging in, some play. So this is therefore, I'm calling it the yoga, the art of play. Instead, it's a play on Krishna's statement that yoga, the art of work. Yoga karma sukoshalam. Well, yes, it's that also, but we've had enough work for a while. Let's do some play. And so I hope you'll join us for that. You have to be a little bit courageous. Courage is a good thing in spiritual life. But I think what you'll find is it's actually very liberating. What do you think? Is this something you could go for? No? No? We'll see. We'll see how we feel tomorrow. Nobody's committing themselves. Okay. We won't put you on the spot. You're welcome to join us. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
So Hare Krishna everyone, Hare Bol. I would also like to introduce my little seminar. It's called the Heart of Prayer, or the Art of Prayer. It will be quite hopefully quite inspiring. Before I speak and introduce it, I would like to sing with you. Just since we are already singing, let's continue. We have before I start, I want to say, when I was flying today from Berlin to Belgrade, and after you have checked in your luggage, there's always the security. And nowadays, they have very advanced metal detectors. You don't even have to unpack your things, your computer and your photo camera and whatever is with metal from your bag. The detector goes right through the suitcase or wherever you have it in. So when my backpack, where I had all my things, my hand luggage, when it came in this detector, everything went like it was red lights and so on, and everyone was highly alarmed, and my bag was taken out, and almost 3 policemen with machine guns were around it. I said, I know what you are afraid of, and it's a good thing to be afraid of that. So they stopped me, they opened everything carefully, and they found a pair of cartels, these cartels. These cartels are made of metal. The metal detector gave it high importance. Can you understand me?
Yes.
Is your brain with me, or I'm not sure. There's no reaction. So after we had found the pair of cartels, the officer, he spoke with me and he said, this is, for what is this? And I showed him. It's for kirtan, and I explained the meaning of kirtan. And I said, kirtan, when you do it properly, is actually dangerous for your material consciousness. And therefore the metal detector was right. This is a highly dangerous particle. And what I had in mind when I said that these karatals and kirtan is that it is highly effective in removing the material consciousness. But you have to do it properly and attentively. So I thought this was a good starting for our Serbian tour, you know. So we will sing a little and then I will explain. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, a little louder, please. Very good. Very good. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. My dear devotees, as I said, my seminar will be called The Art or the Heart of Prayer, if you so want. It will be a quite systematic way to explain to us what type of prayers make the connection with Krishna and make him answer by analyzing or going through the prayers of Queen Kunti. It will be very practical, but in order to introduce the seminar, I would like to read to you one verse from the Bhagavad Gita. This verse is very special, unique, and there is nothing like this found in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna tells Arjuna he should take a drum and go to where the people are, make a big noise, and explain that this verse is true. This verse totally represents the heart of Krishna. Now, this verse is something that every devotee needs to know. It is giving a lot of hope. But when this verse is wrongly understood, it can ruin our spiritual life. It's always like this, but very powerful items like a sharp knife, you can cut almost everything. But if you handle it wrongly, there can be a danger. So this verse, which is so special that Krishna wants Arjuna to become, do you know what is a herald? Yeah, what is the Serbian word for it? Heroldsky maybe? Glasnik, yes. He goes into the village and then makes an announcement, no? And everyone knows that. This is before the mobile telephone, of course. So Arjuna is asked to become one of these glasniks, you know, the heralds, and explain this verse to the world. Would you like to know this verse? Yes. Even if you wouldn't like to know it, I would read it to you to give pleasure to your heart. It is here. It is explaining what Krishna thinks about our mistakes that we make. Sometimes I feel we judge ourselves so much because of our mistakes, and we lose courage and strength to go on. So here's what Krishna thinks about the mistakes. Please repeat after me. Api chet sudaracharo, Vajate mamananyaba, Sadhu eva samantavya. And the last line you must really chant a little louder. Samyak vavasitosi isa. Even if one commits the most abominable action, the greatest mistake in spiritual life, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly. If he continues to do service, he is considered to be saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. And then Krishna says that such a person, he may make so many mistakes. If he continues in devotional service, he is saintly. He says, what is the future of such a person? Chipram bhavati dharmatma. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace, O son of Kunti. Arjuna declared boldly that my devotee never perishes. Repeat. My devotee never perishes.
My devotee never perishes.
Yes. So here you find that Krishna is willing to forgive all kinds of mistakes. He personally protects his devotees and makes them at the end successful. If the devotee remains just engaged. If you want, my dear devotees, the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, many of you are reading, perhaps, is a book of mistakes. In the first canto, who can tell me who made a big mistake? He was the emperor of the whole world. Parikshit Maharaj. What did he do? Yes, he became so intolerant that he actually picked up a dead snake and was hanging it over the shoulder of a saint. In Serbian culture, some similar thing is if you spit into the eye of somebody. This is very aggressive. Some of you were even laughing, I think, because you were shocked or so. No? He did this with a saint, my dear devotees. This is highly offensive. Mistake. Second canto. Who made a big mistake in the second canto? So, what? Yes, many mistakes. Yes, but I'm looking for the creator of the universe. What is his name? Brahma. He became sexually attracted to his daughter. This is known in our language as pedophile. Very, very bad thing. There's no mercy in the courts of the world for people who do this. Fourth canto. Who made a big mistake? Daksha. Wow. He offended Lord Shiva. I was thinking, we are speaking of devotees who make mistakes. Dhruva, the great devotee, made a mistake. He became so overwhelmed with anger that he slaughtered without discrimination the yakshas. This would be equivalent to a ruler who goes out and kills innocent citizens. He would be put before the court of Den Haag, and there would be a very bad court case against him. Dhruva did this mistake. Fifth canto.
Bharata.
Sorry?
Bharata Maharaj.
I cannot.
Bharata Maharaj.
Jana Maharaj, he was the emperor of the world who went into the forest to perform austerities. Now, in the midst of this, he totally became attached to whom? A deer. And he gave up his entire spiritual practice. Mistake. He was born as a result as what? You know everything. Sixth canto. Who made a big mistake? Ajamil. Again, we speak of devotees who make mistakes. He was a totally advanced Brahmin. He served his old parents. He was married to a very pious lady. But when he saw in the forest an inappropriate dealings between a hunter and a prostitute, he became attached to the prostitute and gave up his parents who were dependent on him. I heard they died out of grief. And he gave up his wife. Big mistake. 6 canto. We have 6 canto. Chitraketu Maharaj. My dear devotees, we could go now through the entire Bhagavatam and find out how devotees who are engaged in devotional service make a mistake. And we always see that this verse which we heard, that Krishna says, even if such a sadhu commits the most abominable mistake, I still forgive him, and very soon he becomes righteous. I protect him because my devotee, what does Krishna say about his devotee? He will never perish. My dear devotees, could this verse mean something for us? Do you think the Bhagavatam gives these examples because they are not relevant to our situation? Do you think everyone will be forgiven by Krishna except for you alone? Or do you think this is a principle that when Krishna sees someone engaged in devotional service, he does not consider their mistakes as a reason to reject them? I think hearing this gives us great encouragement. But the mistake has to be an honest mistake. What is an honest mistake? An honest mistake is something which you know and acknowledge and admit to be a mistake. You don't try to cover it up. Sometimes we know that governments make mistakes, even presidents make mistakes, but when they are asked in the social media, what was it? They say, nothing. And they try to cover it up. That's not an honest mistake. An honest mistake is something that is not regular, that you don't repeat again and again, thinking, oh, Krishna is so merciful. An honest mistake is a mistake that you are willing to correct when you have done it. And an honest mistake is that even though you may feel it is not possible for you to give up this mistake, it has become so much of a habit, you pray to Krishna that he helps you. This is very important. In Bhakti, if you think that, okay, Krishna forgives, that means I can do anything and call myself a devotee, that would ruin your progress in devotional service. But if you understand this verse correctly, and Krishna's mind correctly, you will actually understand, okay, I have a chance with my mistake. So I will try to correct them, and if it's not possible for me to correct it because I lack the spiritual strength, I will pray to Krishna that he will correct me. In my seminar, I want to give you some ways from the Shastras, from the scriptures, how you can pray to Krishna and how you can attract miracles into your life, and more miracles, and still more miracles. Do you think this is a good program?
Yeah.
I think many of us are a little older in devotional service, and you may not need more philosophy. You are already a believer. You have faith. But faith alone is not enough. Sometimes I feel we need to have less beliefs and less faith. I sometimes feel faith is the greatest obstacle of spiritual life if it is just hollow faith
just believing a concept without an experience. You need both faith that directs you to spiritual practice, but then after some time, more and more beliefs, you need experience. Would you agree, at least theoretically, with me?
Yes.
When you make an experience and you see this works, or you make an experience where you say this does not work, then, my dear devotees, you will be more likely to change something in your life for the better than if you just only believe. We live in a time where we are no longer like children. Children believe everything. They work solely on belief. The parents tell them something, they believe it. But we have developed as human beings and as members of this movement that we also require some proof, some experience. And I think this prayer, art of prayer, heart of prayer, will bring you into a living experience of the spiritual truth. This is what I wanted to say. How do you like this place, everyone? Do you notice the ceiling is higher than in Pushkar Goranga? Yeah. I feel like, and it's actually very, very nice. We were here perhaps 2 times before. Once, only 1 time.
2 times on the same desert, but at another place.
At another place, yes, I remember that. Yes. So I really want to encourage you also, while you are here, this is my last point, please make time for Krishna. Please take part in extraordinary discussions. The discussions which are there in the seminars, when you meet your friends, try to speak about your experiences on the spiritual path, your difficulties, your doubts and how you might overcome them. Try to use this as me time, me in relationship to the true me, the soul. Try to make this try to collect memories that will keep you alive, inspired, and highly active in Krishna consciousness throughout the coming year. You will need it. We are entering a phase of changes, a phase of transitions, and it is not good if our if our Krishna consciousness is lukewarm. We will have to have a little bit more conviction, a little bit more security and confidence on the spiritual path. And then it will be very, very wonderful. Then we will greet the times of change. We will not be in the least disturbed. Good. Okay, is it a good plan to be fully present? No?
Yes.
Yes.
I know for some of you it will be a challenge because you might have developed other habits, especially older devotees will find it a challenge to be really focused in Krishna conscious. But it is good for the young and the old also, and it will give you good inspiration. Good, so I'm thinking this was all I wanted to say. Maybe you want to ask a few questions to Krishna Chaitra Maharaj and myself. We are here for you. Is it a good idea? Any questions? What is the question? The question is, where is my bedroom? And then do we get prasad? We first have to get a little I think we have to get acclimatized. Should we make 7 minutes of kirtan? Yes. Should we sing softly or fully? Fully. Okay. Then we will find it such a way. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Gaura Premanande, Gaura Premanande, Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sutra u 5 ujutru isto ovako.